Hail, hail, boys and girls. We are here on the precipice before the game kicks off, on the verge, on I was going to say the eve initially, and I've struggled to find a better word, but the kickoff is right around the corner. We've had a bunch of joining us live and loud today. We've got a wee bit of a watch along. You guys voted for it, and we're going to be doing match watch alongs for the final 5 games of the split. Match day 1 is what we're here. Match 1 of the split is what we're here for. Celtic hosting Falkirk, as we can just see Nicky Hogarth on screen, the backup Falkirk goalkeeper, or maybe not, he's number 1, isn't he? But he's not Bain. Bain's not playing for them, so maybe there's something into that. We're 15 minutes before kickoff. I will give you a shout as well for those of you that have asked already, Mackenzie. So you can follow along. I'll let you know when I get kickoff, so you can sink in with me. We'll do our best to not have any spoilers in the chat, and hopefully we'll have some good stuff to get stuck into. The team sheets have been out for quite some time. Celtic love bringing them out like an hour and 15 before kickoff, which is lovely. Not too much of a surprise in the team, I think, overall. There was a few fitness questions, which maybe this answers. But I do think there's some detail that will be fun to kind of chew over before we get to the game. Falkirk themselves, less familiar with them, but this is how they line up. The main player that's out or not available is the boy Lissa, who's a defender. And I also think there was another player I had to remove from the projected team that we had the other day that couldn't make it. Let me know how the audio is going as well. I've got the window open today just because of the nice weather and everything as well. So let me know how it goes. I'll make sure the mic is away from all other noise if possible. And it should be a good one. We've got tons to get stuck into. So let me know what you are thinking and feeling coming into the match. Where are you watching it? Are you on your way to the game? Maybe even. And yeah, we hit an ad break. So nowhere near kickoff for me anyway. I am watching this through let's see, less conventional means. So I might be a wee 30 seconds behind the pack. So if you do want to sync up, I'll give you the chance to do that as we get to the kickoff of the game. But yeah, I think first things first, the best place to start off with is one of the 2 main screens we'll be using for the watch along today, which is the tactics board, which we'll have a good look at exactly, how the game is shaping up and anything we notice positionally that kind of crops up. We've done a bunch of watch alongs before in the channel, and it's been a while. We've not done one this season. I'm not sure if we did one last season, to be honest. I'm sure we might have at some point, but I love watch along content. It's good fun. It's just a really big commitment, and if no one's going to turn up, it's not really worth it. I can just sit and watch the game by myself quite happily. So hopefully a bunch of you show up. Hopefully a bunch of you have a great time while we're here today as well, and hopefully it's a great result so that we're all somersaulting and cartwheeling our way into the sunshine, into the beer gardens, or wherever else you're going to celebrate the game then after. If we add the Falkirk team onto the page here, I think we can expect to see in Falkirk. We've played them under John McGlynn now enough times, I think, where we can say with a degree of confidence we kind of know what we're going to get from them. They will try and attack. They will try and turn the ball over. They will play forward at every opportunity. But like most teams at Celtic Park, we will control territory, if not position, where you're going to find a lot of their players are in their own half. And it's about how many of them they can get to escape, how many of them they can get to cross the halfway line, what spaces they can take advantage of, and ultimately can they get enough support in and around each other to try and make some opportunities, and can they take 1 or 2 of them. So very much a known enemy or a known opponent for us today. There's not going to be anything wacky or wonderful. There's not really even that Motherwell potential to turn into prime Midgetland or anything like that. So it has all the makings of being potentially routine, which is kind of what we want. Now, when we see the team sheet, the headline thing on the team sheet is that Jimmy gets to start. James Forrest, who came off the bench and changed the semi-final last week in a lot of people's eyes, a lot of people's man of the matches here on the channel. He's been announced to get a new contract, a 1-year extension, and he's in to start this game. Now, when I first seen this, the number one thing I thought was, I really hope there is sentimentality involved in picking James Forrest to start this game. I think that was pretty obvious, but I really hope it's a minority factor in this and not a majority one, because this is a must-win game. And if we get caught cold early, it could just be one of those days, man. It's been one of those seasons where you just cannot rule it out. You cannot get that monkey off your back of worrying and fearing it, because as we've seen in the semi-final, as we spoke about here on the channel in the breakdown, we don't really get full-back support to our wingers. And when I look at Ralston playing this, and I think Ralston and Forrest on the right-hand side, it kind of brings me to the second thought that I had when the team sheet first came out is, do you know what? This might be Forrest on the left, Yang on the right, because Yang and Ralston, as you've seen with the back heel goal for Ralston last week, they have a bit of synergy. They have a partnership. They've played together a lot, and not to say Forrest hasn't played with Ralston, or there might even be some mad, I wouldn't be surprised if Yang had actually played more with, Ralston played more with Yang rather than Forrest in some weird kind of situation, because Yang, but anyway, blah, blah, blah. But so I would be interested to see if this was maybe the case. We've seen Forrest had a lot of freedom and extra time, certainly. We've seen him pop up on the other side of the wing. He was even central quite often, and that kind of thing could be happening, because with Daizen through the middle, you do expect the press to be on. You do expect us to be up and at them and in their face. And really, this is going to be more of an attack four than much else. Equally, if it is Yang on the left, Forrest on the right, which is maybe conventional wisdom, when McGregor is in this position, lacing up and linking up between the front line here, he's quite happy to peel into wee pockets. And the Forrest is finding himself a bit more narrow, because that just happened in the semi-final, so no reason to not to mention it in the preview. McGregor can kind of, walk into those positions himself, catch Falkirk in two minds. Where's my man? Where am I going? And again, very good. Both of these guys, very good with the ball at their feet. Very quick thinkers, very good football IQ. And it could be interesting. It could be interesting. But and Tierney does go forward. We all know that here on the channel, right? But without overtly attacking fullbacks, potentially, there is a lot of focus on this four being in and around the box regularly. We don't want, expect, or need, hopefully, many of this front four to be dropping back, because Falkirk are dominating the ball. They're keeping us under the cosh. We don't want that to happen. It might happen. It probably will at some point. Just the way it is in football, the opposition always get a wee spell on the ball at some point, don't they? But I think that's going to be the platform for the attack here. Is we want Negren, we want Forrest, we want their ability to play the ball through the lines. And with Daizen and Yang, it's commitment, isn't it? Really, above all else, it is commitment to the cause. So, pardon the expression, but between Negren and Forrest and Yang and Daizen, we maybe have a bit of a yin and a yang situation. Two guys that are all about football acumen, and two guys that are all about physical prowess. Yang, maybe that's a little bit, maybe I have a sweeping statement for him. Yang's shown some really good football this season at different times. We then look at the engine room, right? And Engles and McGregor, very familiar sight. But at the semi-final, Engles started on the left of midfield and McGregor on the right. And no matter what happens with the wingers, I'm going to be just as interested as who's playing on the left and on the right here, because I do think you get a different Engles on the left side of midfield with coming into the pitch with his right foot in this kind of way when he's on the ball. Just opens up so many more opportunities for ball playing. Equally with McGregor on the left foot, you get that same sort of action. And it could be the other way around, because McGregor likes being on this side of the pitch. He loves linking up with Tierney. Imagine it was a full left-hand side of McGregor, Tierney and Forrest. Like, that would be quite cool in its own wee way, wouldn't it? So I'm very interested to see the left and the rights of the midfielders and the wingers coming into this one. Otherwise, I don't think there's going to be many surprises or much that is going to catch us off guard, really. Barney Stewart had some shouts to get into the Scotland team. This will be as good a test as any for him. The boy Brogio's got a cool name. Not really, I don't really know too much about him. Calvin Miller has been against Tierney when we've played Falkirk before, but as a lefty, so he might be on the left. Brogio might be on the right. We'll see how that goes. They might even interchange. They might swap as the game kind of pans out. But with Barney Stewart, they've got a focal point, and it'll be about one or both of these guys getting into these pockets in behind the midfield, putting the defence on pressure or under pressure, and then testing the goalkeeper for them and for us. And to be fair, like, see Spencer and Tate. Spencer's stats, as some of you guys on the channel will know, ranks up there with the likes of Devlin and McGregor and all the other, like Raskin, all the other high-level defensive or deeper midfielders in the league this year. And he and Tate have been really difficult against us. Like, they have been like little pit bulls. There's a little double in there. And Yeats complements that very well, where they're midfield free. We've seen it with St Mirren. We see it maybe not quite with this Kilmarnock team, but we've seen it with Kilmarnock. We've seen it across the league over the last few years, where some of these teams that can give us a game, their midfield three is like on the same wavelength. There's no one overtly defensive or attacking. They all kind of go everywhere together. And we'll maybe just take Negren out of the shot for a second, but they kind of go everywhere together. They fill in those gaps at full back and centre back. If they can, enough of them will try and go forward, and that it really kills off passing lanes, and it really kind of snuffs out space, which then means I think you've got more pressure on Lakeside, Negren, and maybe Forrest, guys like that. Formerly, somebody you'd maybe look at as maybe a Rio Hitate, who can get in between the lines, receive the ball, play it through to the man in danger, the finisher, to go and make something happen from it. So, I think that's what to expect, really, from both sides coming into it. I'll take a wee breath. I'll take a wee pause for the cause, because this will be a long show, and I will need to breathe at some point. But that's how I kind of see the teams coming into this one. And that's what I expect from both. We normally do with these shows a score prediction or something to that effect. Me and McBride Ace were on the channel on Thursday, and I think I went with 4-0. I think he was 5-1. I'm not really going to sway from that. A 4-0 feels pretty good to me. Celtic fan, Celtic Park looks like it's sun-soaked, well attended, and with the get up, stand up shout from the North Curve, I think this is going to be a big one. A big one. Let me know your thoughts and feelings. Let me know your score predictions for the game today, as well as everything else. Now, we are live. You can join the digital terrace. You can get into the digital jungle by smashing the like button, getting into the live chat, let your thoughts and feelings know, and show your support for the boys as we go live for a bit of a watch along here. The team sheets are on. I think we're about to get the players out the tunnel from where I'm watching, but we're just getting another run through of the teams once more. Liam Scales, the other player, of course, this week, alongside Luke McKeown, who got a new contract this week. And looking at the bench, by the way, the bench has some interesting chat on it. Maybe not so much with Duhan, but we have Iheancho on the bench. We'll just swap them around so you can see Iheancho a bit better. McKeown, AJ, Rio, Seracchi, Tuneke, Murray, Fine, and Ox. That is like, how good is the bench for us right now? I'll just move all these guys over because the chat's kind of in the way a wee bit. Not in the way, guys. You're not in the way. You're never in the way, but just just leave Oxlade there. His big name. There we go. No ideas in the bench for Falkirk. I don't think we really care too much. But normally when I'm doing these previews or we're looking at the game before it kicks off, we're thinking about, how are they going to change second half, or what if this, what if that? But like, honestly, like, I don't think there's any issues really as the game goes on. If someone doesn't turn up today, someone gets a booking, someone gets a knock or an injury, really, man, I don't think there's any fear in turning to the bench in this game. Maybe minutes for Johnson. Maybe we don't want to overburden him. Ox and Iheancho, who knows where they're at in that regard. But really, all things being equal, I don't think the squad has looked better. Yes, for starting Forrest, maybe that is a blemish in Ralston. You want to include in that kind of assessment. I get it. But I think we're going to be good for it. But ultimately, I think it will be Engles on the left. And I think we're going to get Forrest on the left. Forrest and Tierney. Yang and Ralston. I think that'll be the combos. Players are coming out the tunnel. McGregor has got game face on, by the way. Let me know if you can hear the TV. I don't want you to hear the commentary and the noise or anything. It might get me in trouble, and it probably won't be good for you guys. Cammy Boy in the chat. Love this sentiment. Players filling up their shirts today. Oh, nice tifo. Can't really see it, but it looks like a big Celtic shirt in the corner from the Green Brigade. I can't really see it. It either says like no tears or something, or it says 40 years. I can't really see. 40 years. Yeah, it's probably 40 years, isn't it? That's what it says. It looks like a kit. It must be that Love Street thing. Weather is amazing, by the way. Brilliant, Simon. Thank you for the feedback, mate. Just in case they can tell me stuff as it goes on, like injuries or we're about to get substitutions or something, you know. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to this. I'm not really getting any nervous energy coming into it. I've kind of had some nervous energy this season, as I'm sure a lot of us have. Score predictions are coming in. 3-0s and 4-0s are joining the chat, which is lovely. Stand up for the hoops, smash the like button, get into the digital terrace, get into the digital jungle with the rest of the jungle gyms. Do we win the coin toss? That's what we all want to know. No idea because they cut away from it. Jammy, Forrest. We will make up our own songs as we go through this, of course. Mary Moynes must be new around here. Scaldini around these parts, of course. Very happy he got his new deal. And again, check out the video we did yesterday. I'm not saying he's like Scaldini on this channel, of course, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not under any illusions that he's the second coming of Paolo Maldini or something, you know. Could be the Irish, but the Irish rebirth, the Irish reincarnation, perhaps. Nice rendition of Walk On. Now, we do get this for domestic games, but again, I'm always upset with the match director or the stadium director, whoever's in charge of how the match day goes, because for Champions League, like, we totally kowtow to UEFA, and Walk On is so poorly managed. I think last time I was at a domestic game, Like now, listen. It was like that. It was a big game, and maybe on the telly. Walk On is sang all the way to kickoff. This was what we used to do at the Champions League. This is what we used to do for European nights. But we let, I say we as in Celtic, the club, the match director, the stadium director, whoever's in charge of this stuff, they play Walk On so far in advance of the Champions League anthem and the players coming out that the song is done by the time we get there. They think that's good. Actually, it takes away a bit of our identity. If you ask me, I've been moaning about it for a while. Many of you guys on the channel will know that already. But we're at kickoff. So for timestamp, we are at 15 seconds. I am at 20 seconds if you're trying to timestamp with me. Young Aldo. Oh, I do quite like that one. I do quite like Young Aldo. If we get, yeah, Forrest is on the right. Forrest is on the right. The second screen I'll plan on using today is the match scores or the match ratings as they come in live. I think I probably want this page for that though. Yeah, we don't care about the Falkirk players. So this is the match ratings we normally use to do the post-match and the match analysis with, but we get a live feed from Opta for this stuff. So we'll check out some other sites at halftime and whatever for like corners and possession and shots and whatever. But for individual players, you'll get a good idea if someone does something good or bad because you'll see the dots move, you know, like we just seen there. 1 minute and 10 seconds now. 11, 12, 13, 14. The flags are back in the Green Brigade, back in the standing section. You'll love to see it. Their goalkeeper's kicked it long into the centre circle. They've had a bad first touch. Engles has headed it forward and sent it into Negren. Popped it forward for Maida. Maida's back to McGregor. And McGregor tried to play Engles, that is, into the left-hand channel like a left winger. He's tried to overload there with Yang, but it's broken down. Falkirk have played a few passes. They've moved from left to right and crossed the halfway line. So they're kind of in and around. Can we just maybe do this a wee bit? Yeah, they kind of moved into where McCann is here. They moved into this kind of space. I think there's an easy way to move this whole team shape thing unless we kind of constrict it all or whatever. But it's now down the right-hand side with Keelan Adams for a throw-in. And then around the halfway line. I'll do my best to kind of move some stuff around. But this may actually become a bit of a dog's dinner. So what I'll do is I'll actually save it. So after I make a mess of it, we can reset. We've won the ball back on the left wing, but Daizen gets clattered in and around this area here. We win a free kick. That was Brad Spencer that took him out. He gets to the ball first, but he does wipe the man out. I have enough in free kicks, really. Could go either way. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. Tierney into the left-hand side for Yang. Yang's got like 3 guys around him in this position here. He's crossed into this area of the pitch. He's went all the way. Still get 2 or 3 guys around him. Eventually, they bring him down. Yeah, I think we had the ball there, but Falkirk have quickly turned it over. I think it's fired forward, but Scales steps in with a big interception there. And we've got controlled possession back here now with Tierney and McGregor. Moving into Trusty. Moving into Ralston. Ralston, if we can have the ball, has went back to the keeper. Keepers went long. Forrest goes up for a header with the left back. Nobody's won it. It's going to go out for a Celtic throw-in with Ralston up here. Yang's not in frame anymore, but we do have Negren and Forrest. Daizen's making this run. We've tried to throw it down there, but Daizen's now got 2 players to deal with. It goes out for a Celtic throw-in down and around this area here as Forrest kind of catches up with play. We'll do our best. Here we go. Ralston and Negren have a quick link up. Ralston plays back to Trusty, and he's under as much pressure as this would make you think he would be. He goes to Scales. He goes to Tierney. He goes into, I guess this will be Engles. Engles back to Tierney. And we've kind of reset up. McGregor points to Scales, and that's where the ball goes. Scales plays into Negren and around this place here. He then plays back to McGregor, and McGregor plays out right. Forrest has now got the ball. Tries to play it behind the left back there for Ralston, but the ball comes back to him. It's blocked. He comes inside. Back to McGregor. Out to Ralston. And Ralston's now around here. So I'm trying to do this while we're not looking at the screen. Calvin Miller on the left-hand side. Recovers and wins his team a throw-in. Might be easier for this kind of if we're going to play around like this, to take Falkirk away, because those things are just kind of getting in the way. I'm going to say now, but I'm at exactly 5 minutes, and it'll be the last time I do a timestamp, as the goalkeeper kicks the ball out from a goal kick to the halfway line for a throw in. 3, 2, 1, now. Now. 501, 502, 503, 504, 505. We've got a throw in and around the halfway line by Ralston now. He's taking his sweet time. Taking a good couple of yards as well. He's thrown up the pitch for Maeda, who's got 2 guys. He gets a push in the back. Second guy wins the header. Drops down into this area for a Falkirk player. They try and scoop it behind the defence. Sinisalo catches. And he's got Scales. Scales has got this whole pitch to himself. Comes all the way up into this area before playing with Tierney. They've got man v man here. Tried to play into this zone here for Engles, but he's taken out off the ball as Yang dropped back in to help out the position. And we win a free kick in and around here. It's taken quickly, it looks like, and played to nobody. Keelan Adams wins it. Daizen Maeda's on him. I'm not sure who gets the throw in, but there's a throw in down and around here. Daizen looks PO'd. So I guess it's a Falkirk. Yeah, Falkirk throw in and around that area. Yeah, McGregor, Tierney are about here. Yang and Engles like that. Throw-ins went. They're going back to their defence and shuffling across. Ralston's pulled out into this. Forrest has pulled into this position on the left back. Daizen's now pressing the centre back. Balls went back to the keeper. Daizen's keeping at him. Keeper plays it all the way out to Yang, who is here. He wins the ball back, plays it into a bit of a crowd. 2 Celtic players, 2 Falkirk players. McGregor's got involved as well as another Falkirk player. Falkirk have come out with the ball in and around this area here. And now they're looking to try and play it around a little bit. They're crossing the halfway line with the ball. They've got an overlapping run on the left. But who is that? Daizen Maeda wins the ball back here. I think that was to McGregor, to Negren or Engles. And now we're on the left-hand side with Tierney on a quick move. Tierney's got like 5 guys to beat to get to the box. In terms of the 2 guys that are around him, and a wall of 3 surrounding Yang in the edge here. Yeah, it's Engles out on this side here. Tierney swings it in from this position. Goalkeeper catches it. In and around here. Nobody was really on the end of it. Daizen, Negren, and Forrest all... where is Daizen? All in the box to try and get on the end of it, but well defended, well marked overall. Falkirk play it into the middle, but they lose out. Scales again just walks onto it, and Scales is just in 2 or 3 strides taking the ball into this position. I had some sort of glitch, so I've jumped forward now. And yeah, somebody's been wiped out. Let's have a wee look at the match ratings while I reset what's up here. Daizen Maeda, the best performing player so far. I think Scales might jump up in a wee second. He's won some interceptions there of sorts. Possession 1 at the very least. Falkirk have got a free kick with their goalkeeper on the edge of the box. 8 minutes into the game. Bag of cans. I'm at 8 minutes, 10 seconds. 8:11, 8:12, 8:13. Falkirk have played some really nice stuff through the lines, by the way. They're on the edge of the box. One guy, number 11, had like 4 Celtic players around him. Somebody intercepted it. Sinisalo gets it and has played it to Scales. As yeah, my service starts to become a bit of a nightmare. Oh, brilliant, brilliant. Yeah, my service is started to become iffy jiffy. Yeah, I've got some technical difficulties hitting me here. I knew I should have brought the big TV through. I brought the wee TV through and I thought that'll be fine. I should have brought the big TV through. We're going to give this 2 seconds, guys. I just need to double check in the other room. Just give me a second. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. I've not had any further joy yet. Just want to double check. Kids got me the other day. They pulled the plug out the Wi-Fi. Just wanted to make sure that didn't happen again. Oh, come on, man. Why are you doing this to me? Why? Why? Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm going to miss something good. You can just feel it. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, tell me about it, man. 2-6. No comment, Mackenzie. No comment. Nah, confirm nor deny. A quick reboot, we should be fine. Yeah, that's why that doesn't work. Oh, come on, France. I'll just get Now TV if it really does come to it. Oh, scores are updating here for us. Or maybe we're going to get a wee goal flying in, maybe. What the hell is the deal with this, man? Oh, jumping jimmies, by the way. I thought we were looking good for what I seen, you know. Nice kind of intensity. The sun suits the boys. It really does. The fans being full, you know, the full stadium's always going to help as well, isn't it? I think we're back alive, guys. We're back alive. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Nothing's been confirmed nor denied. Sorted. Now TV's on Amazon anyway, isn't it? Easy. Right, we're back. I'm at 13, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Scales is striding up the pitch into this type of zone here. We've played it into Tierney, or Yang, sorry, I beg your pardon. Yang's took 2 guys for a run. Yang thinks he's want to throw in. The ref has said, nah. Yang looks as annoyed as Daizen. Yang's telling the ref who touched it, pointing at the guy and everything. So yeah, let's hope I've not missed anything material. Keelan Adams, the legend, right back for Hibs. So yeah, Engles is on the left of the midfield, although Forrest does stay on the right of the wings, like we spoke about before we came into the match. Bit of a clumsy foul there was Rowson. And then around this area here, when the ball was thrown in from here, they tried to switch it. He's kind of snuffed it out. They've took the free kick quickly. They have switched it, and Rowson's actually maybe got 2 guys to worry about. Forrest has kind of came back to stop it, and it's forced Falkirk to go back across the halfway line. Their goalkeeper is like 20 yards outside the box, now 10. The ball goes to the keeper, goes to the right back. Daizen has chased all of them down. They've not quite found each other. They've played the ball long in and behind Scales, one-on-one with the striker. Scales wins it, plays it to Tierney. Tierney turns and hooks it towards the halfway line. They win the header. It's brought down by Yang, who just about finds Engles, and Engles rakes a big one all the way over to Jimmy. Jimmy's 1-on-1 with the guy outside of the box. You know what's going to happen here. Jimmy's going to do him. He takes inside, left foot. First touch, a nice big heavy pass into the penalty spot. Daizen had about 3 guys around him. They cut it out. Falkirk are struggling to clear the ball. They buy themselves a goal kick. Or not. Gave away a throw-in from Tate. That was opened up from Engles. That was nice. Forrest did well. And sadly, Daizen was just a needle amongst a haystack. No, I beg your pardon. It's even went for the corner. That's nice. So we've got McGregor on a corner here. And anything of note? Yeah, we've got someone covering the halfway line. Forrest has went short, not used. Cross into the front post. Trusty goes to meet it. Isn't quite getting the connection on that. Falkirk clear it. McGregor collects it back here. Plays it to Ralston, who was protecting the halfway line. Ralston goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, who's firmly on the penalty spot. Just taking time. Ralston's moving to the left side of defence to just offer out. Scales receives the ball in the left back area. He's got Tierney with him, so don't panic. Scales back to Ralston. McGregor is here supporting Sinisalo. Nobody's on the right-hand side of the pitch. So it kind of cuts off here. Trusty's back up. Trusty's still in the box, maybe? The Scales is carrying the ball out from left back. And he tries to switch it all the way over to Ben Negren, who pretty much receives it essentially as right back. Trusty is back in the picture now, and we are just kind of passing the ball between these types of guys here to get Ralston back into position so we can begin to kind of shape up again a little bit. Forrest comes in here, wins a free kick. After a wee bit of slow play, pressure off a wee bit, we get a chance to kind of reform. Oh, Quinny, Sky Sports and others keep saying all we need to do is win our games, we win the league. It's not true. Yeah, it depends on the goals that we win our games by. I make you right, Dark Finder. Because when I did the league predictions thing on the channel the other day, like if we do win all of our games, which I kind of had us doing, like it's no guarantee in itself. The amount of goals we score and concede will play a part in that scenario. You're totally right there. It's just a lazy kind of throwaway cliche line, isn't it? Keeping things simple. Falkirk have turned to attacking at defence really quickly. We are scrambling back towards our goal from the halfway line. We've done a good job of actually putting the brakes on it, thanks to Forrest and Ralston and Negren. Over on the side of the pitch here. We've won the ball. Guess what we've done with it? We've moved it from the right to the left. Engles is striding up the pitch down here. He plays it to Yang on the overlap. Daizen and Negren are in the box. With about 5 Falkirk defenders, it comes to Engles in the edge of the box. And I don't know if that's a shot or a cross, but it's rubbish. And out it goes. Yeah. They're playing out from the goalkeeper. They were doing that thing where they're going to play short and they had their centre backs in the box, but the keepers actually said, screw that. Maybe a bit of time wasting. Pushed everyone forward to go long now. And we're just like, we're doing, like you guys said it when I was kind of lost service or whatever, but in this type of zone, oh, sorry. I've got the wrong screen on. I've been moving this stuff around. I beg your pardon. Was it this software you're talking about, or the points, the ratings? I don't think the ratings are particularly doing much right now anyway, but Daizen leading the way. I was going to say something there, sorry. Yeah, we're doing well in like this type of zone, generally. But we're not really getting men into the box. Like Daizen and Negren are just needle in a haystack material. Tough challenge from Connor Allen. Centre back I rate quite highly in the league. Takes out Forrest. We're going to have a throw in and around this zone here. Forrest, Negren. Oh, it's Ralston. And there's Forrest down this side here. Negren's almost like wrestling with a guy. And then there's that Engles coming into the situation to do some rotations. Engles gets bundled over. I'm at 1935, 1936, 1937, 1938. For any that are trying to time in. And Engles just gets done. Like the guy just shoulders him down. That's buying a free kick. Oh, come on, man. And again, off the ball, by the way. Is Engles going to get in trouble for this? They're all over us. Engles is trying to get man. Is that Spencer, the captain? So yeah, we've got this kind of tight 3v3, 3v4 actually. There's 4 of them from the throw-in. We throw it down the line. And I think that's Engles. Doesn't really get the better of his man, and in actual fact gives away a free kick in and around this zone here. A wee bit of tension, a wee bit of opportunity goes to waste. And yet, Falkirk are going to have a go, a free kick from in and around this zone here. No problem, mate. I'm happy to read comments as much as possible. Jens Bertolascu in the stand, along with, who's the other bald guy again? Oh, is that Eddie Gray? Whatever his name is. 2 baldies. Ralston's got a quick throw into Trusty. Trusty to Scales. Scales, 2 touches out to Tierney. Tierney, 1 touch up to Yang in the halfway line. Yang kind of wriggles inside, is coming back here. Loses out. Loose ball picked up by Falkirk. They have got 4 guys running. 3 make it into the box. From a wide right position, they cross it in. We've managed to get 6 guys back into the box. It bounces to the edge of the box. They shoot from about 30 yards. It's a nice hit. It's never really got enough power or threat to really score. Keeper does well to stop it. I'm not sure he actually needs to touch it or if it's off target, but that was a quick kind of rush of blood to the head moment there. Comes from Yang and a bad touch. Ralston was the clearance initially. And then, maybe Brad Spencer meets it on the volley. There's pace and direction in it, but I don't know. Oh, yeah, keeper does make a good save. I didn't see the shot and think, that's flying in, Good save, yeah. They've got a corner. It's played short. They've got a 3v2 right out on that side there of the pitch. They work it around to get the second cross in. They're going towards the back corner of the box. It's heady tennis. It's still bouncing about. Comes to Brad Spencer in and around this zone here. He cuts it back. It's kind of short cross thing comes here. It's blocked. Trusty clears it. And the ball is ending up in this type of zone here with their goalkeeper. Goalkeeper to left back to centre back. We only have Daizen and Negren that's up in this situation right now. Only Daizen pressing the keeper. Keeper's going to centre back. Yang enters the frame. Engles actually snuffs it out there. Nice interception. Keeps him under pressure. Yang's going to continue to press. There's 3 guys to play around, but if they move out of there, Daizen and Negren, we've got them in a nice little kind of cage thing here. McGregor's joined in too. They're going to try and switch out from the keeper. And they have. It's done really narrow across the box, by the way. Big pressure on. James has done well. It's their throw-in, but they're not getting out here. I guess this is just going to shift across now, hopefully. Keep that pressure on, try and contain them. McCann's get the throw-in down the left-hand side. And yeah, Negren's over here pressing in with Forrest. It's very tough. McGregor is the higher of the 2. Engles will be here. Yeah. Ralston wins the header about here. 50-50 type thing. Just another throw-in essentially down the line. Same situation, but they've now got more space behind them and in front of them from the throw-in. And they choose to go right up the line. It's a header with Ralston and the guy. Ralston wins it, hits it into Negren. Negren drops it down for Forrest. Forrest down the line for Ben Negren. Negren takes 2 wee touches, keeps it in, tries to play it cute to Forrest. It's intercepted, but Negren wins it back, strokes it into Trusty in this position here, who fires out to Tierney first time. That's what you want to see from the centre-back. And Tierney turns back on himself and goes safe to Scales, which, okay, if it's not on, fine. But we need to keep going forward. We do. Scales into Engles. Engles back to Scales. Scales is needing to take 4 or 5 touches here, sadly. He's getting shut down. Comes back to Sinisalo on the edge of the box. Sinisalo scoops it. A bit of a hairy one. Nice and high. Ralston, kind of left-footed volley, plays it into this zone here. Nobody's there. And Falkirk just got the ball in defence now. Daizen's still pressing and running around, but there's like 4 guys to chase. Ball's bouncing around. I guess this is Barney Stewart and Scales. Kind of dueling. Barney Stewart lays it off for 14. 14 basically knocks it on for, I think that's Calvin Miller. Comes back into number 16. He lays it off for 3. And they get a cross in from the left-hand side. Nice Izagiri type cross from this position here. First time bitten met. No touches needed. And it goes right across through the box and out for nothing. But Falkirk have had nice routes to go. They were aiming for a guy at the back post there, by the way. We defended it. They didn't really have a chance there, but you see what they're trying to do. You see what they're working on. Fine margins, those can go against you. They've got a corner from it. Oh, we got a deflection on the cross, of course. Calvin Miller is going to step over this one. Trusty and Sinisalo both kind of meet it. It just goes out to there. So the corner came from here. Ball's now come out here. Second ball in. Scales wins it. Gets to the edge of the box. One touch and another volley. It's more of a rugby conversion. Not that bad a shot from Tate, but still it's not on frame. And we've got the goal kick. We've got a reset situation here. McGregor is really deep. We're in the box with the goalkeeper. Sinisalo kicks big. Daizen flicks on a header, but he's up there just he and Yang. Forrest and Negren nowhere near it. The left back and left centre. The whole right-hand side for us, we're just too far off them. Left back has picked it up and put it in behind the defence, but it's going to go all the way to Sinisalo. Yeah, our right-hand side, I don't want to say it's not doing well, but their left-hand side is what they're forcing, and it's working. Scales takes a couple of strides, plays it to Tierney on the halfway line. Tierney loops a nice big ball, by the way, for, is that Forrest? It is, with swap sides, I think. Forrest down the left here. Doesn't quite get on it. They've tried to play it out, but Tierney's the first one to get to it. He tries it. I don't know if he tries it, but tries to drop it to Engles. Doesn't quite go that way. Ralston, oh, the loose possession ends up with Ralston picking the ball up in this position here, and he takes a shot from about here. It's not that bad, by the way. It's just as threatening as maybe any of the Falkirk shots we've had. It's got a good bend on it. It's got a good curl. It's not in enough to the post. It's a wee bit in the middle of the frame. It is on the right, but if it got closer to the post, he's scoring. The keeper wouldn't have got there. The Gren's over the corner. Ralston's playing for that contract, isn't he? The Gren corner front post. Trusty goes to meet it. Somebody meets it. I think we're getting our corner for that one. Have we look at the player ratings at this point? Scales, the leading performer so far, closely followed by Maeda, Engles, maybe Negren. Negren within our corner. Keelan Adams heads it to the edge of the box. And is that Engles and McGregor? By the way, bloody hell, what are we doing? McGregor and Engles have picked it up. Sorry, I'll go back to this page here. From in and around here, both of them. And see, yeah, but 5 seconds later, like, you wouldn't even know we had a corner. We're doing this thing where we're passing it around the halfway line with Ralston and Tierney. Scales is recovering back in slowly. Falkirk have got 2 players between the goalkeeper and the defenders. Goalkeeper goes long all the way out here for Youngster. Yang can't bring under control. It goes out for a throw-in. Yeah, I think we've swapped for a few minutes. This side, yeah, we need Yang over here, don't we? It's funny how I said that and then the dugout's done something about it. My header presses the keeper, by the way. It almost picks his pocket. He kicks it long. Their centre forward wins it. Engles is that, wins the second ball. We're now played out from the back. Negren is turning and running at the defence. He's got Yang in support down the right-hand side. Engles drifts inside. Plays a lovely ball between the lines, by the way, but it's not quite perfect. And Engles doesn't quite get on the end of it. Falkirk recover. They're breaking through their half now. McGregor is fighting against this guy. He loses out. They've got 3 guys attacking our half, and they're going to buy a free kick in and around this position here. Dylan Tate, if that's his name, Tate, gets taken out. John McGlynn's telling his team how it's done. They look all right, Falkirk, today, don't they? Yeah, I echo a lot of what you're saying, Mackenzie. Falkirk handed over the free kick. Calvin Miller. Does that thing I hate footballers doing with his shorts? I'm sure it's the only... I don't want to say it, but we're before the watershed. The chat is dropping spoilers, guys. I'm at 29 minutes and 10 seconds. 11, 12. Come on, guys. Come on, don't ruin me here. McGregor goes to press number 3. 3 goes back to the centre half. Number 2. Maeda on the press. Wins the ball. Maeda, take it off the press. Oh, from range. Second touch. Daizen slings it under the keeper. He cannot get a touch to it. And Daizen Sama is giving it the 6-7. He's giving it the 6-7. He's probably not scored since that fad came in, so he may have promised somebody that a while ago. But Daizen Maeda brings a goal out of nothing for himself, 1-0 Celtic, and 29 minutes on the clock, just about approaching half an hour. A nice little sting out the game here. We've looked good. They've threatened on the break. Daizen was a one-man press. Last man defender there. Was that Keelan Adams? I think it was. Poor guy. Loses out to Daizen there. And the goalkeeper's starting position. Let's put Falkirk on screen for a moment. The goalkeeper's starting position is like here. Like legitimately like... And it's on the right as well. Like he's on the side of the box. So he's got to come all the way across here. And Daizen, when he fires it from like this type of position here, it just goes right. It just goes right around the keeper. He can't get to it and into the goal. Kind of in the middle of the goal face, it must be said, but it's the arches, I guess, is run. We've kicked off quickly. Maeda shoots from range again. It's like he's shooting into an empty net, but this time there is a goalkeeper there, so not quite as effective. Daizen Maeda shoots up to a 71 out of 100 rating, and for good reason. That again was a Daizen press. He won that ball by himself and he shot from 40 yards. Just like a big mega pass. They're attacking down our left. They're right now. We've got 3 guys out there, 3v3. They've made some good space. They cross it into the box. Shot is met, by the way. Calvin Miller on his right foot. Nice attempt. If he was right-footed or that was on his left, that could have been very different. Good opportunity made very quickly by Falkirk, by the way. 3-man in the box. We get to him far too late. We're playing out from the back, from the goal kick here. And we are really now, like, we are really in our half right now when it comes to trying to get out. Like, all of us, we are all really deep right now. Now, that goal kick we played from centre-backs in the 6-yard box. Whole team was very deep. We struggled to get out there. We've got a throw-in around here. But, yeah, like, Negren is here. Daizen is out here. Like, we are, like we don't have anyone up front now. Yang's kind of creeping in. He's around here. But yeah, we don't have anyone up front right now. Forrest is very left. The ball's went all the way back to the keeper with the centre-backs. Keeper goes long. There's a guy on the deck, so you know the ref's going to stop and give a free kick or something. Barney Stewart, that is. He's really hurt his elbow or his bottom of his forearm. Hopefully Falkirk lose a bit of heart. Arigato, Daizen. Arigato. Daizen is on it. Falkirk's throw-in goes back to the halfway line. They're getting pressed by Negren and Daizen. There's 2 centre-backs. No idea what the keeper is yet, but they go from right to left. The ball's out here. Left back pings it forward to get behind the defence. Goes all the way out to the goalkeeper for the goal kick. Goalkeeper plays it out for Scales. Scales in the box. Takes another touch, plays it back to Sinisalo. Sinisalo from the box, chips it all the way out here to Ralston. First touch brings it down. Second touch control. About 5 touches there to release the ball into midfield for Daizen, who loses out. We now have Engles, the most advanced player, chasing the ball down and pressing. The goalkeeper hammers it over everyone, and it goes all the way to Sinisalo. Sinisalo scoops out to Scales. Scales into Engles. Engles pops out to Tierney. And we try and go Forrest. Goes out for a Celtic throw. Again, Daizen is receiving the ball in here from a throw-in from Tierney. We really struggle to go forward. We're back with the goalkeeper, and Scales is in this area here. Scales slides it forward to Daizen in this little pocket. He turns and runs on a few touches, takes the man out of the equation. He's running at a second man. He's got support. He tries to play a blind pass. He tries to do a reverse pass to Forrest here, but it's at too high a pace, and he doesn't quite make a good connection on it. Falkirk get the ball, and the force Scales in at 1v1. Scales goes back to the keeper. Keeper goes to Trusty. Trusty goes Negren. I mean, Negren is everywhere. Negren picks the ball up here. It's into... That would have been Engles. Engles is on the right now. Engles is just kind of chasing the ball down. McGregor central. I think that's a bit more of the tandem between these two, rather than it being a right and a left thing. Because Negren's kind of roaming around as well. McGregor is rather central quite often. But yeah, I kind of like a lot of what we've done so far to some level, but it feels like we're playing with 10 men. McGregor and Daizen are the two furthest forward. Everyone else is in our own half. Falkirk have 3 defenders and their goalkeeper moving the ball around possession. We now have McGregor and Engles have both kind of moved together into the front line. Forrest is now joined forward. We maybe have a kind of 6 kind of barrier here, but they've played round it. They've got through the halfway line. They are in that gap between defence and midfield. Our defence is turning and going towards goal. Our midfield is in panic and retreat. Yang gets back there, intercepts the ball. Sinisalo is able to catch it up in this type of zone here. We go back out to the left. Tierney strides over the halfway line. He's got Forrest in front of him. Daizen and McGregor making some interchanging movements. It gets through to Daizen. Daizen, I don't know if he meant it, I doubt it, but it comes out to Forrest out on the left here. Forrest gets in, jinks it, crosses it over. Keeper gets a spilling hand on it. Comes to the edge of the box. It's 2v2, Celtic and Falkirk. Third player's brought in, which is the left back, out in this position here. Left back, centre back. 2v2. Yang and McGregor. McGregor's getting chased or getting given the runaround. And they play behind them. McGregor can't snuff it out. They play it into the middle of the pitch. Trusty gives away a foul. Yeah, it's like we don't have anyone up front. That's how I kind of feel about the team right now. Like Daizen is in our own, like right now, like we are this deep right now. The defensive line isn't as deep as I've got it there, but this is kind of how we're set up right now. Long ball for Daizen against 2 defenders. Make that 3. Spills it. McGregor onto it. Like a dog-eating beetroot, by the way. McGregor slides it out to the left. I think this is for Jimmy. Jimmy's on the edge of the box. Dances inside. Pulls the trigger. It's blocked. Ball's squirming out to the left-hand side. The left back is going to carry that. We did get an extra man of support there than what I've got on page. I think it might have been the Gren. It was. Yang's now in the frame as well. And it's a Falkirk free kick against McGregor. McGregor's not happy with that. Falkirk switch left to right. Good to see you all in the chat, guys. Love the banter as well when it comes in. I've did a few too many of these to know that don't always buy. Oh, can you hear the background noise, Mackenzie? Thanks. Don't always buy the chat. Sometimes they'll try and do you when they know they're ahead of you. I'll catch the background noise. 2 secs. Is it match background noise? Or is it just background noise? 2 secs. That should be better. 38 minutes, and it's a offside or a free kick or something to Celtic. Sinisalo plays out to Ralston on the right. Ralston plays it to McGregor, who's out on the right-hand side here. Loses possession. Don't know what happened there. For one, free kick. Kind of missed it for a second there. To try and go and get McGregor's little marker. Yeah, it's a free kick. Ralston's on a free kick in and around this position here. Oh, big diag all the way over to the left. Jimmy brings it down. Oh, hits KT on the overlap. He's got 1 man to beat, then 2 guys to get to for the box. We have McGregor and Daizen in the box. Tierney back for Forrest. Forrest in and around this position here. Plays it to Nigrin. Nigrin goes Engles. Engles goes Yang. Yang's out here with 2 guys to beat. 1 more further to get to the box. Yang buys us a corner. Dog eating beans. Dog eating beans is all right. Beetroot's got a bit more imagery to it, but doesn't it? Corner goes nowhere. We're on the edge of the box now, playing around, trying to scoop a second one in. And it gets cleared. Ralston's got the ball in our half. He's the only player there. Falkirk are coming to press him. He's going to go back to the keeper. Yep. Arnie probably isn't taking the corners because he's probably not fit enough to. See, ball striking like that, it's big on the, I forget the name of the muscle, but it's basically like your thighs or your quads or whatever. So if that's in any way related to his injury previously, that'll be why. That's my opinion. Glaswegian Ian. Or maybe there's a change of preference. Maybe they've done something in training and Benji can, maybe not always better, but it's different deliveries. You know, some guys are good at floating a ball, some guys are good at drilling a ball. Might be a personal preference, but it could be workload management, you know, injury related. Falkirk have got into the box, by the way, and ball across the face of goal. Scales is the man that clears it. From Keelan Adams, who's got a wee bit of making up to do. The first player to score against Celtic this season, former Glasgow Uni player, Keelan Adams, by the way. Had a bit of a debut season in the SPFL. Quite the memorable one. Just happy we're winning. Me too. Me too. There's a bunch of here, guys. Thanks to everyone that smashed the like button. The first magic number we love to smash is 67. We've done that. Oh, no, we've not. That's viewers, sorry. We've not quite hit 67 likes. That's the first magic number we want to get to in the digital jungle. After that, we want to get to 88. Then we want to get any number that we can thereafter. That's 67 or 88, but it's got a 1 in front of it or a 2, or, you know, you get the point. Can't take corners. Yeah, well, it's not that you can't take them, but it's like, you know, like smashing, you know, smashing free kicks and that, like, it's real power. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I'm not saying this to be rude, right? But see if you go onto like a full size pitch, like delivering footballs like that, like that's why they need to be athletes, you know? So I'm just telling you, like, I know it's people that take set pieces have got different recovery sessions and all that kind of thing due to the workload that goes into different muscles. Falkirk's all their joy's been on the sides, on the wings. They've crossed the ball in here. They've got a nice header from 21, but it's a nice opportunity. The header was actually quite bad. I think that's that boy Tate. I think he's done quite well today. Normally does quite well against us. Yeah, it was him. What's his deal? Dylan Tate, 24-year-old. Not really done much this season in terms of goals and assists or anything, but I suppose his gig is maybe a bit more than that. Yeah. It's looked good against us whenever we've played him. .42 minute. Ball's just kind of bouncing about. Falkirk have got a throw in. Can feel the wind is kind of come out of the match a little bit. Daizen wins it back. Tierney plays it into him. Daizen plays it over to Forrest. We're on the left-hand side here. Forrest! Oh! Or is that Tierney? Tierney! Oh, brilliant, by the way. Daizen, it must have been Daizen for Forrest then, initially. Plays it down the left. Tierney gets into this zone here and just rattles it under the crossbar and in, by the way. Captain KT for me. What a goal. Absolute Kieran Tierney. Absolutely. Gives the McGregor a wee oof. You know, Forrest is buzzing for him too. Here we go. So Daizen wins it back. Yeah, it was Forrest. Forrest goes back into Daizen, and then Daizen from there. I'll just move this around. So Daizen wins the ball around here, plays it back to Forrest. Forrest plays it back to Daizen, and then Daizen from there gets Tierney on the overlap. Tierney breaks into the box and smashes it in. Daizen has been the catalyst today. He's won how many balls back? I don't know if all the stats will be completely updated, but he's a top scoring player now on 84 out of 100. Let's see what he's been up to so far. I get to the bottom of my teams and stuff. So far, he's on a double-double. Wow, that's incredible. He's won 5 duels, only lost 2. He's not made any interceptions. So that means he's won 2 tackles today, which is, you won't see many defenders doing that. 5 accurate passes, 2 in the final third, a dribble 1, and a shot on target as well. He's been fouled to win a free kick for us as well. Daizen Sama is cooking today. Really glad that came, because I did feel like the wind kind of came out the match. And as I said that, Daizen won it back. So Perfect time for a second goal, by the way. 4-0 is still on. We've been back to the keeper. He shelled it long. We might get lucky in that. Maybe our throw-in, by the way, but really should be their throw-in. Yeah, it's their throw-in. I thought when they might have just touched it on its way out there. But they're going back to their goalkeeper. We're exactly 45 minutes into the match. 45 minutes, 5 seconds. 1 minute added time. We can relax a wee bit. Daizen on the press again, by the way. He's done about 3 of them. They've went all the way back to the keeper, who's on the edge of the box again. And maybe not Daizen, but seeing McGregor, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Tierney, we should be shooting from the halfway line at some point in this game, because that goalkeeper is out of his box. I think that's something you could see from Oxlade in the second half. He's the sort of guy I think that would spot that and try it. If he's sitting on the bench watching this, he'd be like, whoa, that keeper goes right out. Since Sal with a bad clearance gives Falkirk a throw in. We've got about 10 seconds of time left. McCann, the Falkirk left back, has probably had more touches than anyone really in this game, I think. He's maybe gave possession away a lot, but he's got it. They've moved over to Spencer, shoots from range, goes over, another conversion. 19 passes from the left back, 4 of them into the final third. He's only missed 7 passes thus far. 3 balls have got into the box. He's won a dribble. Jules, he's won 5, lost 3, so that's good. An interception made. This is like Daizen numbers for a left back, which is good. He's won 1 tackle. Daizen's won 2. Just to further emphasize that. Get Tierney back to where he should be shaping up. We made a really nice change there, guys. We made a really nice change there towards the end. I can't remember what minute it was. Some of you guys will remember, but our right-hand side was, we've said it before the game, Ralston and Forrest didn't feel like, it felt like a toxic combination, really, didn't it? And we made that change. Yang goes over to the right. And I don't think Yang especially has really done anything, to be honest with you. But it just feels like the balance is a bit better in the team. It's less easy for Falkirk to go down one side. They're equally challenged on both sides. James, Quinny, not sure if you mentioned it, but will you have the live score graphic for... I'll have all of this. Is there another one that you want? Is there another graphic you want? I'll need to set up a second system for it. The answer is I can. I can kind of do anything I have the ability to do. If you want it, I will try. If you ask for it, I will do my best to deliver. But do you mean if it's something that's here today, then yes. But if it's a new thing, I need to set up a second set of software to make it really good, which is something I want to do in general anyway, but I don't have that to hand. No. The atmosphere will be lifting the players for sure, man. Iheancho and Oxlade will be buzzing to get on the day. Subs and go Tonto for the goal difference. I can see it, man. I can see it. So far, we've played really well. Forrest clearly doesn't have... if Forrest doesn't come out second half, I wouldn't be that surprised. I don't think he's particularly played badly, but he's really not up to the pace of the game, just to be right about it. Ralston's probably not going to play much longer. You'd expect Alistair Johnson to get time as well. Engles has been a bit, I don't know, Negren's not really been involved too much. He's been around the pitch without really influencing the game. And it'll be interesting. Yeah, because I think like the bench is very interesting at this point for this game. Pretty good first half from Dr. Strangelove. Maeda is on it. Sweet finish from Katie. I guess that's maybe KT. I'm quite happy. Yeah, I'm happy-ish. We managed the game well. We evolved well through the match. We swapped the wingers at the right time. For me, it's all been on Daizen so far. We've not really had any playmaking. We've not really had any cutthroat action. The set pieces that we've had. Let me check the halftime stats. We must have had half a dozen corners. I don't think any of them have been decent. In terms of like, oh, we got a shot away or something happened. Going at the front post and Trussie's not been on the end of them as far as I remember. But stats for the first half we have. Celtic with an XG of 0.8, which to score 2 goals means we're doing all right. Possession around the 50-50 mark rings true to me, certainly. 8 versus 7 on shots, 4 versus 1 on shots on target in our favour. Only actually 1 big chance each. I'm not even sure we scored a big chance. Daizen, maybe it's an empty net, so it counts. I don't know. But big chances is based on XG. I'm not sure we've had too many like great chances. 4 corners apiece. XG on target. Yeah, so our shots on target have been good. But the actual chances... touches in the opposition box, 11 for Falkirk, 4 for us. It's kind of... That's where I'm not all the way happy with this, because we were really struggling to actually get into the final third. The middle third, getting out of our defensive third, cool as a cucumber, no problem at all. We could autopilot that stuff at Celtic at this point, but the final third, where we're putting Daizen in between 3 people and crossing the ball for the first 10 minutes or so, although it did look nice building up, we just never really had any idea in the final third for a period of the first half. A lot of long passes for us, more for them. Final third passes, volume and success rate were quite equal, by the way. Expected assists, kind of whatever. Tackles, dual success were quite even as well. No one's really clearly like dominating the pitch, or even individually, no one's really rising above as an outlier. And goalkeepers, 1 save from Sinisalo. I guess we're more than 1. I don't see it, Quinny, when you have the Celtic 11 showing. There isn't anywhere I can see Celtic to... Oh, yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah, I don't... Maybe if I zoom out this page, I could do this one maybe a bit better. To have the score page in with the score. I could have that. Score flattery. Sorry to say, I'm in the middle. Duhallo LP. I think we're good for the goals. I'm glad we've got them. I think we've looked nice at times. You know, we look like we're on it. We're switched on. We're ready to go. But yeah, we've not really made too many clear-cut chances. Falkirk have played into the final third better than we have in some cases. And if Daizen wasn't on the pitch, fair enough, you might say Iheancho was a finisher, so we might have had a different chance that he could have gotten the end of. But Daizen's been the catalyst. He's won more tackles than anyone else, really. He's done all the winning back. And watching the replay of the goal there, like, again, Daizen Maeda and Forrest, I did say, like, between Daizen and Forrest, Yang and Negren, you kind of get 2 guys that are all about physicality and 2 guys that are all about ball technique. So Forrest and Daizen linking up to set up KT, and it's a ripper, by the way. One of those wee reverse passes he tried earlier and it didn't quite come off. And Tierney just lashes that into the goal. Off the underside of the bar always makes it look good. I think Yang's looked okay today so far, Fnatic, but Yang's not really came to anything. You know, he's not really got into the box. He's not really crossed. Not really had a shot away. He's kind of got out of the crowd once in a while. But he and Negren, I'm kind of quite similar right now. Looking at this game's like, you know, what they've done hasn't really led to anything yet. Although it's been nice in the middle sections. But I'm telling you, man, someone in the second half is going to be shooting from 40 yards. That goalkeeper doesn't like his box. He's trying to stay out of it as much as he can. That's KT and Andy Robertson scored today, by the way. As I see the KT still has it comment coming in. Can Hibs beat Hearts? Is that next, by the way? Is that tomorrow or is it next? That's Mignana. Ralston though backing Yang up. He's scared to overlap. Yeah, Fnatic, we don't... Our fullbacks just... I don't know, Tierney does it for his goal, right? Fine, but our fullbacks are not supporting our forwards. You know, they don't overlap. They don't do that. They like support them to the extent of like giving them cover. So like you can lose it and I'll bodyguard you. You know, they'll do a bit of that, but we're not getting any of that action for sure. Tierney does get high up the pitch, but it's very rare he's overlapping. I'll make you right there. That's why a lot of people want Seracchi in the team. Amarak? What's Amarak mean? Is that another word for tomorrow, maybe? Hearts will finish third. No, Hearts are finishing second. I've been saying it since before a ball was kicked. Hearts are second. Seracchi is way better at being that left back that we're talking about, you know. But would he have scored that goal? I'm going to say no. Tierney was my vote for player of the year, and today's a decent example of why. Like, he's kind of everything. He's one of our. I know Negren's getting all the headlines for like, oh, how many goals has Negren scored? Where would we be without him? Really, where would we be out with Tierney this year? Is a big thing I'm saying. Tierney's been great. He surpassed my expectations on minutes. I did not. How quickly we forgot the worries that we had about his injury, you know, and it didn't happen overnight. We did have to build into it under Rodgers, but really, see, since post Rodgers, maybe post Nancy, I don't know, but injury concerns with Tierney have evaporated. Remember this convo, Quinny? I'll come back to you in a few weeks. What convo is that? Tell me. You need to be a bit more explicit with that. I know you're limited to your characters in the comment section, Celtic fan 67, but do your best to tell me what it is we're remembering, please. Because as I talk, it takes a while for you to then hear it on the other side of the internet and then type it back to me, you know. Oh, is it the Hearts third or second chat? Fair enough. Usually a big Yang fan, but he's getting caught out of position often in his final ball. Yeah, he's not really done anything today. I think the move to the left-hand side will help him in the game. We've not really found him too much, though. I think both wingers have kind of lost position in the game as it went on, thinking about it. I really could see a halftime sub coming for Forrest, and there's no harm to him at all. I don't think he's particularly played bad. Maybe he's not a halftime. Maybe you want to sub him off and get the round of applause early in the second half, but he plays the ball through for Daizen that ends up with Tierney. He's got a good football brain. He's kind of been around the pitch well enough, but he's not up to the pace of the game. I would much rather Seracchi comes into the game on the wing, or we bring Iheancho into the game and you move Daizen out to the wing. I really do think that. Don't want to say see when people are upset about signing James Forrest. I think he'd have been better coming off the bench for this game. I don't think he's bad, right? I don't want to be harsh about him. We're winning 2-0. We're doing well. We're playing nice, right? But I'm just thinking if I'm in the dugout, if we're in the dugout, if we're in the changing room right now, what are you really looking at first half and saying, how do we score more goals? How do we win this match? You need a bit more up front. Daizen, when he's up here, along with the Gren, they're not being found. You know, it might be a delivery thing, maybe not. Delivery from these guys is generally quite good, but it's probably a bit of a pace element as well as maybe an instructions thing for further support, you know. But yeah, I think if you had Daizen out here, or even Daizen up here as well with Iheancho, because Daizen's just going to gravitate towards that anyway, shove everything down the right with Yang. You maybe get a bit of a solution coming in there a bit quicker. Don't mind Engles and Engles and McGregor. I think they've both played well. Negren has been all over the pitch today without really causing much. Tierney's been fine. Centre backs have been fine. Team's overall been pretty fine. You know, like I said before kickoff, I had all the makings of being fairly routine. Now, we're not there yet. We're only halfway there. But I guess I would probably call that a routine first half. You know? Stream froze. No, can't have. River Sea, it should be fine. It should be fine. It's all fine on my end. When you compare our forward line to similar sized clubs, it's really evident we need some serious. Yes, big time, mate. Big time. We were chatting about that yesterday on the weekly catch up. If you're into that kind of chat, Celtic fan 67 or anyone else who missed the show yesterday, I recommend you check it out. We looked at what the effective squad is come the summer. Once you take away all the loans and the 1-year contracts and the guys you expect to leave, how does the team actually sit? So we went through all that yesterday in a lot more detail. So if you're into that, check it out. And Fanatic, that happened. I don't think it happened enough to moan about it, to be honest with you. There was 1 or 2 occasions we passed back where I thought this is a bit benign. It's a bit pedestrian. But a lot of times we pass back, I think, okay, well, there's nothing on. There's no problem moving back. Oh, thank you very much, mate. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Natural for Forrest. That's kind of where I'm at. Natural for Forrest is where I'm at. I would take Tierney if it is just about wing play. But Yeah, if Iheancho's not got 45 in him. Aye, nice goal, Tierney, man. Love that, by the way. Forrest may get a few more minutes. I could see him getting a round of applause at substitution. But I think we had to make an adjustment for that in the game. I'm not really arguing. I think what I'm trying to say, though, is like, I think most of the time it's kind of fine. You know, I don't think there was often in that game. Where's the stats? There we go. Can we see forward passes? We'll be able to deduce this, right? So where's passing? Total passes 193. 35 of them in the final third. So we've had 163, 158 passes not in the final third. Which I think as a percentage is pretty... 50 attempted, obviously. What's overall attempted? 200, yeah. I think 35 of that is a really low ratio. I think that stat itself is a kind of easy one. I wonder if Sofa Score's got... Oh, sugar, wrong button. Sofa Score is quite good for some stats. It's only a 1-year deal for us. I'm not bored about it either. It's the McCowan and Scales deals. Carter, interesting. Oh, no way! Oh, they did it! Oh, they did it! Oh, they did it! Oh, they did it, by the way, guys. They did it! O'Day and McFadden swapped jackets. Oh, they swapped jackets. Oh, I cannot believe it. I tweeted before the game. They did it. Oh, my God. They did it. They did it. Check my Twitter. I tweeted before the game. McFadden and O'Day were wearing like the same colour jacket and trousers. I need them to come back on screen so I can get a picture. Oh my God, are they away? Oh, I didn't get the picture of it. Oh, I missed it. Oh my God, they swapped. They did it. I need to tweet about that. That is incredible. Has anyone got a picture? They did it. Yes. Tag me, guys. Tag me. Oh, love it. Oh, we did it. Yes. They did it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Guys, if you don't hit the like button for that, by the way, if you don't hit the like button for that, I'll need to put that on screen. It's on Twitter. So I took this picture before the game. We're about to get to kickoffs. I'll be really quick with this, but guys, drink it in. This is watch along banter. So I was like, I really hope they swap jackets. I was going to try and make a joke about them phoning each other and making sure they weren't wearing the same gear. I thought that would be funnier, and they've bloody well done it, by the way. Oh, love it. Oh, love it. Oh, amazing, guys, amazing. Oh, guys, it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day, isn't it? We're influencing Sky TV. Oh, yeah. 2-0 to the Hoops. I don't think we've had any substitutions at halftime. Everyone's out. If you want a timestamp with me, I'm at 45 minutes and 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. If you want a timestamp in with me. Oh, guys, we are banging, by the way. We are cracking on this one today. Oh, love it, man. Absolutely love it. I need to get the picture and tweet that for myself, by the way. Or, no, maybe I don't. Oh, love it, man. That's put me in such a good mood, by such a silly thing makes a man happy. Yeah, I'm at 46, 20, 21, 22, 23. We're in the box. Sorry, I'll get my game. I meant to have a. Right, let's go for it. Here we go. Second half, guys. Jordan 8982. That's one I have been recommended to quite a lot. Yeah, I'm at the corner kick at 46, 50, 51, 52, 53. Engles is over it. In swinger on the right-hand side. It might have been our right-hand side, left-hand side thing, maybe. Bad corner from Engles. Doesn't get much height on it. Again, he's probably not fully fit for corners. He just didn't get any height on that. He really went for it. That's okay. You can be 8 seconds in front. Right, they're going to be playing out from their 6-yard box. They're playing this game again. It is a time-wasting mechanic, you know, where they set up to do the short passing inside the 6-yard box. He's now changing sides of the box. They're losing 2-0. It's the 47th minute. Craig Gordon would be ashamed to do this. Craig Gordon is a master of this nonsense, and he would be ashamed by this. You're losing 2-0 in the 47th minute. He kicks it long. We kind of bring it down between the Gren and Engles, in and around the centre circle. It's bouncing around. They get a hold of it. It bounces into our half. Trusty heads it forward. It's in the air, and the Gren with a wee flick on header. Yang is still on the right-hand side. He doesn't get to it. They clip it in. Ralston is now dealing with a ball with the sun in his eyes with a man. Someone's offside. Get out of jail there. It kind of didn't really go anywhere troubling anyway, but it's kind of evaporated now. They had the ball. Must have been out for a throw-in or free kick or something around the halfway line, but they've went from the halfway line to their keeper. We have Daizen and the Gren inside, or we're on this side now, yeah. Daizen and the Gren inside their centre-backs. They are pressing. They're still really struggling to get out their defensive third here. We have Forrest. We have we have the 4 of them. Is that McGregor as well, by the way? McGregor and Engles not far behind. We really closed them in there nicely. But the problem with that is all the space is in behind you. They play it long. We recover. They're offside. Sinisalo did eventually get on it, but when we moved up like this, they played into the space in behind. Delicate position for the midfield here to be between it, defence and attack. We need to be careful for that. The Gren, very deep right now, by the way, as we're building out from the back on the right-hand side. Where we're getting Ralston moving up the line. Goes back to Trusty. Trusty in and around this position here, finds it to Scales. Tierney is going to receive it, no doubt. Yep, he tries to flick it on the inside here for Engles. It just about gets there, but Engles gets... That's a red. That's a red. The ref is carrying on like nothing's happened. That was studs up, no ball, guy wipes out. Falkirk have played it down in behind Tierney, but no one's really chasing it. Tierney's going to turn and hook it. Scoops it back up to the halfway line. Engles is still down. A Falkirk player heads it and the ref stops the game. This is a red card, is my first instinct. Oh, studs up, 2-footed through the man. Now, I don't actually think his contact on player is that bad. Like, it's not a leg breaker. But that is a bad tackle. That's a thoroughly bad tackle. At least a yellow. At least a yellow. I'll go maybe red. Like, it's not a leg breaker. Like I've said, it's not a mad, dangerous tackle, but studs up, reckless, out of control, whatever word you want to use. 2-footer takes the player out, doesn't win the ball. Like there's I think that's a drop ball, by the way. It is. We've moved over to the right-hand side. We've got Yang and Ralston now peddling into space on the right-hand side as everyone's been on the left. Ralston gets kind of situated out here before finding McGregor. And then between McGregor and Engles, they're now passing with Engles and Trusty. They then end up going back to Ralston, who's in this position here, kind of not really knowing what to do with the ball. Gives it to, I guess that's the Gren, actually. And the Gren goes back to Trusty. Trusty kind of drops the shoulder, loses the man, turns it back to the keeper, who's on the edge of the box, who plays to Scales in this type of zone here. Scales sells a dummy, strides actually into the middle of the pitch before placing it out into Forrest, line dancing on the inside here. Tries to play it on the inside for Tierney, who'd made the underlap, but they block it. But the block isn't good enough. It eventually comes to Engles, who switched it all the way out to the right-hand side now for Yang. Yang and Ralston have got a 2v2. Ralston's come on the inside of the box. Yang's kind of got lost out to his man, keeps the fight going, presses him, wins a throw-in, but the ref says free kick Falkirk. Yang's raging. That was Calvin Miller and whoever is on that side of the pitch with him. Good play by them, you must say. Bad decisions from this referee today. Thoroughly bad decisions. We're winning 2-0. We're letting the goalkeeper again time waste. He's got a free kick and he's just taking this. We're winning 2-0. I don't think we should really care too much about time wasting, but it's just pathetic, man. Absolute lowbrow, pathetic football, which we don't expect from Falkirk. We're at the 52nd minute in 1 second. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blue card, Mackenzie. I like that reference, by the way. We've missed Engles. Engles has been fine today. Engles has been pretty fine. If Maeda wins the ball there, I think he was going to give a free kick. And he decided no. And then he decided yes. Or just isn't going to let us take it quick. What's going on here? We're seeing the replay. Maeda's got the ball. He's backing into the guy. Maybe like a loose hand has caught the guy in the face. If we had to stop it because it's a head thing, or not a head, you know, but it's like it is above his neck, you know. The referee just loves taking this thing out of the game, eh? I think that's what he's going to do, a drop ball. Yeah, he has another drop ball. That's wild. Goes back to the keeper. We kick it long for Yang, who's the highest man up there. They try and control the ball. Yang presses really well, makes it quite hairy. Negren and Daizen are now really in amongst it. Oh, Daizen on the keeper. Keeper drops the shoulder, gets away from him, plays into Brad Spencer in the middle of the pitch. You lose it out to Arnie Engles. Arnie Engles breaks into the box, and I think that's number 8 or the right back. It's number 8. Sends it out for a corner. Engles really got it, really motored into the picture there. Takes the corner quick, by the way. That's a great delivery. High and scooped into the back post, but nobody was there but 2 Falkirk players. They've cleared it, and they're actually coming out the left-hand side now. Scales does good to kind of body a guy a bit and make it a bit harder. They then play long to try and get in behind the defence while they still can. And the defence at that moment is Ralston and Forrest, but the ball goes all the way through to Sinisalo. The ball then gets played to McGregor, and now we are shaping up defence again. Trusty and Scales are in position. Trusty actually gets by 3 guys. Trusty is actually in the centre circle, played it on the left foot to Negren on the right-hand side, who's then found Yang wide right, 1v1 with the left winger, or the left wing back. Back inside to Negren in this position here. Negren into McGregor. McGregor in and around here finds KT. KT plays it wide left for Forrest. Daizen's in the box. Negren's in the box. Where's Engles? Engles is on the edge. McGregor's roaming to stay up with the ball. Ball comes in from the left-hand side towards the back post. It's over Engles. Goes all the way to, that will be Ralston. Ralston receives the ball here. Calvin Miller takes him out, gives away a free kick. There's one thing I said about Ralston after the semi-final at the weekend. It was a really big part of his game. Ralston knows how to take a hit. Like, Ralston will get booted in the face for Celtic. Ralston will go head first into a challenge for Celtic. No doubt about it. And he takes a good hit for the team here. Unequivocally, the ref has to give us a free kick in what is probably our most dangerous position of the match. Engles and Negren both over it. Not sure where everyone's going to quite be here, but I expect McGregor and Ralston to be further back. Yeah, all the big boys. Yang's in the middle as well. Yeah, Ralston and McGregor are the ones defending. Everyone else is up. Ball goes in, doesn't beat the first man, comes to the edge of the box. Ralston brings it down, lays it back to McGregor on the halfway line. Wow, McGregor scoops it over everyone, by the way. That was a lovely ball. And see from here, McGregor chips it, like scoops it, and it drops exactly where I've got it here. Just inside the 18-yard box, breaking the offside trap, beating all the Falkirk players, but no Celtic players on the end of it. The keeper gets the ball, plays it long, and the ball's kind of bobbling around our half now, a wee bit of heady tennis. And the ref has gave them a free kick for something. They've played a free kick quick. Calvin Miller, left foot cutting from the right-hand side, swings it in. Trusty wins the header. Well, a bit of support there from Ralston. And can I just reset where we were at? And Yang on the right-hand side. Yeah, he's been back in here, but we're now breaking. McGregor breaking through the pitch. McGregor and Daizen. Negren is in support. It does look like this. He's going all the way inside to Engles on the left side of midfield here, who goes all the way to Forrest on his left foot. And that's a bad cross. Bad cross for Forrest. He knows it's one of those bad Forrest ones on the left foot. McGregor there, brilliant, by the way. Brilliant. Engles, good driving. Lays on to Forrest like he should do. If he's a bit more confident or a bit more of an attack-based player, I think Engles goes centrally there. He either shoots or tries to slide it through for Negren or Daizen. But yeah, it was a great pass to James. Good move, but the cross was poor. They play it out from the back, and Negren and Daizen are pressing, making it really hard for them to get out. And Engles is doing a good job of shutting out the pitch, by the way. The ball's back in our defence. Scales plays it in for McGregor. McGregor crosses the halfway line by firing the ball into Negren. Negren plays it in behind the defence for Yang. Keeper saves it. Second time. Header. And it's going to be offside. Oh, of course it is. Let's get a bit of VAR to save this one from some poor refereeing, maybe. So McGregor and Negren turns. And, oh, by the way, I don't know if he's offside there. First view. Let's see it again. We don't. Typical Scottish football. I'm not sure. He maybe is offside, yeah. I don't, but I only seen it once. I'm not sure it's like, oh, yeah, he's offside, you know, wild. But yeah, maybe he is. Not really arguing with it. I've just seen it once. And it's like razor thin. They made that decision dead quick. Kind of part, maybe the only thing I'm moaning about here. Oh, CeltsAreHere is getting ready. Yang wins the ball, plays it in behind the defence for Daizen, by the way, if they're trying to play it out from the back. Tons of space in their defensive third. They do have players recovering. Daizen goes to cross with the left foot. He had Negren and Forrest to aim for, but it's been shut down. He's not really getting anyone to aim for, so he goes back to Tierney in this position here. Forrest is on that side where two with him. We went all the way back to the halfway line with the centre-backs. They're now playing into McGregor. McGregor to Scales. Engles is here. Engles back to McGregor. McGregor out to Ralston, this will be. Ralston to Yang. Yang's approaching the box. Can't quite get anywhere. He's coming into this position here. Ralston's now taking this position. Ralston's now got the ball. Ralston plays to McGregor. McGregor to Negren. And then McGregor takes the ball and goes round the centre-backs, as you would expect. And now we have it with Forrest line dancing down the left-hand side. A nice left-footed cross from Forrest all the way to Yang at the back post. Heads it down. Daizen's got three guys around him. They win the ball. They clear it. How often have we said that today? We're playing around from the back again. Scales has got it in this sort of area here. Slides it out to Forrest. Where the hell's Tierney? Forrest is up here by himself. Inside, by the way, to Engles. Engles is doing really well today in this channel. In the left-hand side. No idea what's happened to Tierney, by the way, if he's been knocked out or something. Or let's go with them stats. Might have lost some points since half-time. He's maybe lost possession a few times or something. Tierney's gained a few more. We're at the 60-minute mark. We are. Clean sheet bonuses are in. Corner for Celtic. Engles swings it in. Goalkeeper gets a touch on it to the edge of the box. Negren, one touch. He was going to shoot. He does. But it's blocked. Comes to McGregor. Shot. Block inside the box. Comes to the edge again. McGregor was lining up on our volley, but they clear it for a throw-in. On the right-hand side, isn't it? So it's around here. We're taking the throw-in. Yeah, so Forrest off. On comes CeltsAreHere. All about pace is the idea, the strategy for this game. Good game, Jamesy. I would echo that too. He played well, but he's not start. I think this tells you, like, he's not starting games against top six opposition in the league. Ideally. Now, if we had no one else to play today, he did fine, didn't he? Brogio, And Yeats go off for Wilson and Ross. Brogio and Yeats. For what did I say? Wilson and Ross. Wilson and Ross. No idea who's going to play where or who even any of them are. Who even are you? Or what's that Thanos meme? I don't even know who you are. One of those ones. We're playing down the right with Yang and Rowson. Rowson's actually ducking and diving. Got to the byline here. Cross is a good one. Engles and Maeda go for it. Well contested, but we don't get on the end of it. Scales has collected it out here after the clearance. Comes out to Tierney in this position here. Whips it to the back post. Yang dives at it, but it goes out for a goal kick. Nice ball, by the way. Scales wins the ball back in the middle of the pitch, and the ref gives a free kick. Scales can't believe it. Scales is raging, man. Calvin Miller receives the ball, turns. It's a foul, Scales. It's a foul. He kind of pegged him, Calvin Miller, kind of nutmegged him, but Scales went to tackle him and basically, I guess you could say maybe Scales missed the ball and hit the guy. It's a foul. Just about. Just about. If the player stays on his feet, it's never a foul, you know. Oh, come on. We win the ball back. Quite rough and tumble. Rowson just giving him the death stare there, like, are you for real? Yes. What's that guy's name? The blonde-haired guy that came on? Is he Wilson or Ross? He's on the left. He's one of them. Don't think we care anyway, do we? They're trying to play out from the right back here. They play it into the right wing, by the way. Tierney's been caught right out of position. Trusty comes all the way across. All the way across to snuff that out from Wilson. So Wilson's on the right. Ross is on the left. Yeah, maybe they're 4-4-2 now. Or something. Calvin Miller's maybe in the hole. I don't know. But Wilson and Ross feel very much left and right now. Trusty had to go all the way across the pitch there. He gave away a free kick, however you want to think of it. Refs gave a free kick. Very, very wide. All the way out here. Also, it's the left back here. It's all the way out here. That's the way I should say it. Left foot in swinger. And it goes out. Sinisalo with the ball now. Big long ball. Tierney kind of gets it, but then doesn't. Falkirk have got the ball. 1-2 touch passing, and they're moving down the left again. Tierney, nice interception. Goes out for a throw-in. They take the throw-in quickly, and the ball is in and around this zone here. We've got Tierney. We've got Engles. Scales is back on the box like you would want him to be. Tierney's filling in a bit here, isn't he? But they go back to centre-backs. Daizen and McGregor, press activated. Yang, press activated on the left back. They play round everyone, by the way. They get it all the way into the centre-forward, who's playing against Trusty down this side of the pitch here. Trusty and Rowson are kind of harrying him into the corner flag. He cuts it back to the left back. And now we've got the likes of McGregor and Daizen pressing a guy on the edge of the box here. They play it into the box. It goes nowhere. Scale sees it through to the keeper. Again, a big ball's been played forward to Daizen. It's not really worked out for him. They've got all the way through to our final third here. They are attacking our box. 22 dribbles by Tierney. Slams it across the 6-yard box, by the way. And who is that? Gets a strong header, but it doesn't control the direction of it. It's wildly off target. They had 3 guys to attack the cross there, by the way. That is dangerous. Really dangerous. And if we see that on the highlights when we do the breakdown show tomorrow, like that's a big chance for Falkirk to get back into the game that they've squandered. Barney Stewart it was with the missed header. He had to kind of stoop down to get on it. Wilson on the right providing the cross. Excuse me. We're approaching 66 minutes and 12 seconds. 13, 14, 15. Seracchi goes long. We lose the header. Trusty wins it. He plays forward. He plays it to a Falkirk player. He chips it over the defence. The whole defence is running back towards the goal. Ross swings it in with the right foot. It's cleared. Comes to the edge of the box for Engles, who clears it further. Or is that Ralston, maybe? And we're back with their defence. Daizen and Negren on a press against 4 guys and half a pitch. They actually move it into our third. They're attacking us again. Keelan Adams in behind Tierney. They cross it into the box. Trusty clears it. Only out to this type of zone here. They're still bobbling around the edge of the box. McGregor is going to come out of this with it. Lays it into Negren. Negren then tries to play it into Yang. Breaks down. Yang's quite set. It's the right hand side. Yeah, sorry. Mirror image is tripping me up here. Do you want to make my life a bit easier, actually? We're not going to look at Falkirk again, right? I'm just going to swap this sides. Easier for my brain. There we go. That's the way I'm looking at the game now. Just easier for me. Yeah, Daizen's in this type of zone back here. Plays it in our half, but plays it to Negren. We don't get out the halfway line. We get brought down. Does the ref give us a free kick? He does. One sub used. 4 more available. Yeah, the ref's had a mare today, hasn't he? The last 5 minutes, Falkirk have had 83% possession. Negren missing in action right now. Yeah, we've not got to the final third, have we? He's been involved in the game for like some passing and stuff like that, but yeah, we just aren't getting to the final third, really. Without Daizen's pressing, like we're just not getting there. Maloney and Martin O'Neill are talking about something on the bench. They should be watching YouTube. I'd have told them the answers by now, wouldn't I? Throwing down the left-hand side. Daizen is kind of creeping in behind the defence here. He and Tuneki, 2v2. Getting them into the corner flag here. They turn and try and clear it. McGregor has a bit of a wrestle with, I think that's Calvin Miller. They wrestle out of it. Referee offers advantage. They've broken into our half. They've got 3-on-3 or 2-on-2 now. They've switched it to the back post. Tierney and Scales have a lot to deal with. They don't. Falkirk find the back of the net. That is the other substitute. Is it Ross or Wilson? 2-1. Great hit. Wilson it was, sorry. Referee offered advantage there. When has he played advantage in this game? 0. He's offered no advantage in this game. What's the expression Alan Morrison coined? Pattern of assistance. No advantage in the whole game. But he gives advantage there. Oh, EA's onside. I think Scales has played him on. It's a touch and a hit, by the way. It's hard to... Once the ball is there in the box, it's hard to argue with anyone stopping the goal because the goalkeeper dives for it well. Oh, goalkeeper's so unlucky, by the way. The ball has a good amount of swazzle on it, a good amount of swizzle, a good amount of sauce. The goal, you can't ask much more from the keeper, to be fair. Tierney or Scales by that point, you know, they can do only what they can do. It's that space in behind defence and midfield that we speak about on the channel all the time that's been exploited there very quickly. Ralston gets booked for the foul that caused the advantage. Ralston trying to do the right thing. Yeah, he was caught out of position, wasn't he? He was in the middle of the pitch for that foul, if it was him. So, yeah, that's gave the boy the time. And yeah, Ralston caught out, I think is what the analysis will show for that. Because the foul was dead central. Referee's got a booking out again. It's for the goal scorer. Wilson, who clattered Tierney, it turns out. Tierney's socks are down. Some of you think that means he wants to come off. Didn't notice if they were down earlier in the game, though, to be honest with you. And Falkirk have been threatening like this all game. It's not been comfortable for us, but like that goal, that guy had to hit it as good as that, because if he didn't, the keeper would have saved it. You know, we were well positioned. Again, that's the margin that they're operating on here. It's a similar vibe to what I was talking about with the last Rangers game, where their goals were like 99th percentile outcomes, not run-of-the-mill type actions. AJ's coming on now. For Tierney. Oh no, Seracchi's coming on. Oh, double fullback change. Ralston and KT off. Seracchi and AJ on. Now, guys, we've just gained a set of wings, maybe. Yang's coming off also. For Iheancho. So, yeah, we're playing wings now. I expect Negren to be right up to Iheancho. I think they've went 4-4-2. I think we're kind of matching that a little bit. We have one more sub to make after this. One sub permitted. It's probably the best way of putting it. Oxlade-Chamberlain, Murray, Rio, McCowan, new contract boy, and obviously doing 2-1 to the hoop, 72 minutes and 17 seconds, 18, 19, 20. Alistair Johnson gets a touch on the ball there, scoops it back to the keeper. It's like he's never been away. Keeper scoops it back up the pitch. Iheancho, two guys around him, doesn't really win it. It's head of tennis going around the now. Big clearance from the centre-back. Trusty heads it forward. Yeah, it's just nobody's controlling the ball here. Still bouncing around. Negren wants a foul. I think he's going to get it. Yeah, he does. Negren wins as a foul for an ill-contested header. In and around this zone here. McGregor's going to be on this. It's kind of on the right-hand side. I need to get my bearings. Oh, yeah, this side here. I fixed it. Yeah, just match the screen. That's all I need to do. Goes down this side here, and who's getting on the end of that? It's Alistair Johnson. And proper hockey player style tackle takes out Connor Allen. We've got a throw in down in this area here. I think it's AJ that's taken it. Great to see him back, by the way. Negren is out here with maybe Tuneki. Is Tuneki on the right, by the way? I think Tuneki might be on the right now. We've not seen Tuneki go on the right. Yeah, Daizen's left. Tuneki's right. That's a change. We're on the right-hand side. There's a bit of a crowd here. It's like a 4v4 type situation. This is Tuneki now trying to dribble away from the man. Buy something. A throw in, a free kick, a cross. He gets brought down eventually, but they're going to give it to Falkirk. Of course they do. Tuneki doesn't get it. We're in possession of the ball. I also don't get it. If you're in possession of the ball, like, how are you fouling other people? You know? AJ's 7th game of the season. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Gavin Strachan's showing him his new iPad. Look at this. It's called Angry Birds. Just do this. So it looks like Ox will be coming on next. I would imagine it's going to be for Negren, but I thought that would happen at the semi-final, and it didn't. So if it was McGregor or Engles, surprise would be 0. Again, the central players have been so isolated in this game. Iheancho even now still has 3 or 4 players around him, and it doesn't feel any different to when Daizen was up there. A lot of you guys in the chat are saying the subs have been too late. I don't really know about Tierney. Like, maybe that could have been made a bit earlier. But AJ, I don't think he could have really made. There's probably, like, that is probably as soon as they could have got him on the pitch under medical advice. Iheancho could have come on earlier. I agree. We've went long from the goalkeeper. Again, the ball. No one's really controlled the ball for the last 10 minutes. It's just been floating about, which maybe helped them lead to their goal. We're coming out on the left-hand side. Seracchi skips by 1, skips by 2. Seracchi actually drove right into the middle of the pitch here, plays it into Engles. Engles plays it out to Alistair Johnson. Johnson plays it into Tuneki's feet. Tuneki back to goal, kind of spins around, and he's heading towards goal now. Gets to, oops, you're drag this here, to the edge of the box, plays it back to AJ. AJ slaps it into the box. I think that's Engles, receives it back on the overlap. Alistair Johnson cut back. Half the Falkirk team are there. There's only Negren to aim for. He gets snuffed out. We're on the edge of the box. That's another bad tackle, by the way, on Engles. Same guy as the first half. The boy Tate. That should be a second yellow for him. Undeniable. On Engles again. That's two. Do you know what? It's worse than the first one, but we're in the same league. We're in the same league, by the way. Fanatic, I don't think we've been. I'm not saying we've been great. I don't think we've struggled to get to the final third. We've struggled to actually make chances and shots. Our play in and around the middle of the pitch has been okay at times. We've been quicker to get out of the back sometimes. We're very quick to go back to defence, but we've been quite quick to get out of it. We've been playing like a man down all game. McGregor's coming off for Oxlade-Chamberlain. Alistair Johnson with the armband. Told you I would not be surprised if it was McGregor. Then maybe we get a wee bit. Engles has been on the right for the last minute or two. I thought it was maybe just through open play. That might be a change to have Ox on the left here. If Engles is going to drop into the McGregor role, we're going to be in for a good time now. Because I thought this would be the start. The last time we've seen Oxlade start was with Negren in a double attack in mid. And I think this is how we're going to set up now. We've got a free kick. Ox and Negren standing over it. It's around this type of zone. They're going to be shooting. Negren takes it. Nice kick. Oh, it goes over the wall. It dips in. It's a savable height for the keeper. But for the distance, it's a good attempt. Maybe you might be right there, Connor. But I think it's more like we're getting to the final third and we just don't have enough coming from midfield, really. But Negren's already in the box with Daizen quite often as a forward. So I think we're on the same page, but I'm not sure it's all on Negren. Engles has burst into those left channels we spoke about quite nicely. McGregor's drove through the pitch quite nicely. It might have just been carrying Forrest for the first. I was going to say carrying, that's a bit nasty, but you know, some of you guys were after the subs coming a bit earlier. Daizen's been great, of course, but with Iheancho have made a difference earlier. We've played it around the back. Alistair Johnson with a lovely scoop over the left back, finds Tierney, who walks onto it, hooks a cross in, by the way, that the goalkeeper forces a corner. That might have ended up in a calamity goal, like from the goalkeeper there, if that was a bit different. So decent effort. Nice to see AJ being forward, being direct, play the space when it's open. We don't do that enough. And yeah, if the keeper was sloppy there, Iheancho with the tap in, or maybe even something crazy like a mad OG. We've got a corner on the left-hand side. Negren in swinger. Oh, nice header, Alistair Johnson or Scales. Hard to tell which it was. Gets parried to the back post. Daizen has a crack at it, but goes out for a goal kick. Kind of both of them. I think it's Scales mainly with the purchase on target. Daizen's attempt's actually an overhead kick, bicycle kick. Soft target. Barney Stewart's went off, and Parkinson is on now for them. Commentators talking about how this guy's been a good super sub for them. What was his name again? Parkinson. Oh, Scales with a bad touch there. Alistair Johnson gets him out of jail. Falkirk broke through there quite quickly, by the way. 4 guys they had running at 3 defenders. We try and scoop it long for Iheancho. They recover. Brad Spencer hooks it forward. They're attacking us again, by the way. We have our back 4. Oxlade-Chamberlain is the deepest midfielder. Negren, Engles has kind of stayed out to kind of where the ball is, obviously, but Ox is very much in front of the defence in that sequence that we've seen there. Falkirk have a free kick right around here. They play it inside. They play it here. They play it back. They play it across defence. Then play it up into left back. Left back plays it into left wing. Oh, this is uncontested, by the way. This is what switching the point of attack's all about. Now, there's 5 Celtic players around 3 Falkirk players. They get out the crowd, but not for long enough. Oxlade-Chamberlain actually gets the ball back here to Alistair Johnson. And Alistair Johnson from here tries to lift it over their defence for Iheancho to get on the end of, but he's not got that in him. The Falkirk keeper has it on the edge of the D. Daizen shows up to press him, and then he humps it in behind the left back, Seracchi. Seracchi's got a bit of a 1v1 here to contend with. He's taken out. The flagsman, the linesman says play on. 22, the goal scorer. Has a bit of a step over, gets a 1-on-1 v Scales in a very difficult position. Gets a tame shot away, keeper saves it. And Wilson's been dangerous down the right-hand side. Kind of reminds me, lower level, but it reminds me of that guy, the English guy who played for Feyenoord. Got the ball on the right-hand side with Negren on the right wing, drops inside for Oxlade-Chamberlain. He drives right through the middle of the pitch. Tierney comes inside to win the ball back. Oxlade-Chamberlain is back on the ball. He's got Negren and Tierney with him. Negren moves out to Tierney on the right-hand side. Tierney's got 3 guys around him. Now 2. He dances by one. The second one shows him up. He cuts it back to the inside edge of the box. Daizen walks onto it. And from here, Daizen gets another goal. 3-1 to the boys. We're done. We're in. That was nice play. Nice play. Daizen's not played like this in about a year. Not just this game, but the game at the weekend off the back of it. He's had a little ascension in form recently. Daizen Sama, this is what it's all about, big man. And this is good play. Poor from Falkirk. They've got 3 guys around Tierney, and they leave it to 2. None of them do anything. He plays into the box, and all of them are hapless, really. There's no... What just happened, we've been doing all game. But for once, we get to the ball before a Falkirk player, and Daizen just walks onto it. It's a little instep pass shot to the bottom right-hand corner, beats the keeper. And Daizen is great value for it today, by the way. Great value for it. There's maybe a little bit of Daizen gets a bit freer because the defence are quite occupied with Iheancho. So Daizen's able to walk off the line. It's quite a Negren goal, if you get me. Like that's a Negren type goal. You know, good position off the back line where the strikers maybe bought you the time and space. We could just see the bench there, by the way. McGregor looked like he was greeting, or he was gutted, by the way. He was kind of fuzzy compared to the foreground, which was the manager, Martin O'Neill. 3-1, 83 minutes. We're cruising. Let's have a look at the match ratings. 3-1 to the boys. Daizen Maeda, a hat-trick of decisive actions, is on a 90-point score so far. From the bench, Tierney's got his assist. He's on 64. Nobody else has really done anything of note thus far, but I think we know from watching this, Ox and AJ have lifted the level of the squad generally. Everything's just got a bit nippier, a bit quicker. And although we're really still struggling to find our men in the final third, we managed to just about find one there. When you see the highlights of that, you'll see what I mean. Like, that's not, it wasn't like a clear-cut chance we made. Tierney puts an okay ball in, but it's so poorly defended. And it's good that we've got someone like Daizen who's alert and on it and gets to it first. Yeah, Fanatic, but sometimes that's all right. Sometimes it's all right. Wasn't quite an off-the-shin one. Wasn't quite an off-the-shin one. But yeah, thank heavens for that. Where's this actually been from my head all season? I wonder, man. I wonder. A bag of cans. I would have even just taken this Daizen to play Kairat. Ball's bouncing around a little bit. Negren drops it back to Engles. Engles plays it through for Iheancho when Negren wanted it back, but it goes all the way through to the keeper. Keeper scoops up to the halfway line. Oh, flick around the corner from the goal scorer. What's his name again? Wilson. But yeah, it's just kind of descended into Celtic possession in our defensive third. Falkirk do have 4-5 players in the half to press and shut it down. So we do need to work for it. Scales is driving up through the middle of the pitch here. Zings a ball into Iheancho, who's came all the way back here to receive a pass similar to Daizen Maeda. But he passes it back to Trusty, and then he's turning and trying to get up the pitch and maybe talking to someone else about how they're going to do this. AJ's got the ball, goes to Trusty. Trusty goes to Seracchi in this type of zone here. Seracchi plays Scales. They get caught out. Scales is pulling into left back. They play it into the box. And who is that? Is that Engles? Engles comes across brilliantly there to shut the cross out. Comes back to Scales. Scales clears it. Iheancho gets a touch on it to Engles. Engles isn't solid enough. Falkirk get a touch on it, but it's eventually come all the way over to the right-hand side with Tierney, who's dancing by a few people. Drops it into Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oxlade-Chamberlain turns, takes a second touch, scoops it all the way over to the left for Daizen Maeda, who's pulled a defender out there. He's a 1v1. Daizen's lost out to Keelan Adams here. And, yeah, buys a throw-in off him. Falkirk throwing in this position back here. Nice play. Nice quick turn and burn. Engles has been good. I'll take Engles has been good. Maeda's has scored another 7 or 8. Purple patch. As far as purple patches go, how good was it last time? Let's go and look at it. So let's see. This is the form Daizen Maeda's on right now. He's just popped a big one today in the making of it. We go back a year. He's actually been not bad this season, to be honest with you. Across all competitions, there's a wee bit of form in there. Champions League and League. This is last February, March. So this is the real form, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 goals. Or over a 5-match period. I think it peaks out, yeah, like 4 goals over 5 games. 90-point performance. Negren on a 60 without doing anything in terms of goals or assists. Tells you a bit about what we've seen so far. He is like on the ball doing stuff. Played 8 balls into the box. Some of them will be corners. But yeah, 32 passes, 10 of them in the final third. 3 passes that have led to shots. Jules won 8, lost 2. I don't think Negren's an issue. It might be an issue, but I don't think he's the issue with where we've been. He's been fouled 3 times, won his 3 free kicks. He's been effective today without being like on the end of anything. He's like Engles. Engles and Negren kind of similar today. They're not winning the match for us, but they're very much a part of the effort. This is how we find the team at the moment. Maeda's not really as wide anymore, by the way. Seracchi doesn't even feel that wide when he's been on the ball. If Maeda is a hero of the season, it's like saying Daizen's already going to be a hero when he leaves. You know, it's just impossible. Celtic free kick. He's played it to the right-hand side for Tierney. Out in this position here, inside for Negren. Negren plays it back to Tierney. Tierney plays it back to Ox. Ox around here takes 1 touch and sizzles it right out to Scales. Scales plays it in behind the defence for Daizen Maeda. Oh, the easiest chance of the game. He's laughing because he knows he's missed it. That'd have been some assist for Scales, by the way, whose passing does get a lot of shade. Oh, he's offside. He's offside by a good yard or 2 there. It wouldn't have counted anyway. Falkirk are making some changes. Murphy, what was the first comment? Where we are poor is tackling. Yeah, I'd agree with that too. Definitely agree with that. Winning tackles and stuff. I'm with you, Murphy. Oh, Alexander. I'm with you, buddy. Yeah, if it wasn't a 1-on-1, he'd have zinged that in the top bins, wouldn't he? Out of 10, how do I rate the performance today? That's a great question, Typhoon McFlustery. You said 7. I'm trying not to let that influence me, but it's in that 6 to 7.5 range, isn't it? Like, defensively, we've not been bad. Falkirk have played through us. In attack, we've scored 3. This is quite reminiscent of a game from like a year ago or something where we win 3-1 and I would come on saying we actually played kind of rubbish today. I don't think we did play kind of rubbish today, but that's by this season standards. If it's just general Celtic over the last 5 year standards, we've not played well at all today. We've not caused any mistakes, blah, 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 but we can save that for another day. We've been coherent. The bench has been good. We changed in match well, I felt, first half. Second half, maybe you could have made a change earlier with 1 or 2 players, maybe Forrest or Tierney, fine. I'd happily talk about that. I don't think anyone's particularly played poorly. This is our 54th game of the season as well, bearing in mind. I would I'm probably going to go with 7 because I would want to give it a positive number, and I don't really feel that 6 or 6.5 is positive. So I'm going to go 7 because I do feel it was a positive performance we've seen today to this point at 91 minutes and 45, 46, 47 seconds into the game. If we concede another goal, it's probably accurate to how the game has went. It's not a 3-1 match. You know, we've been better than Falkirk. But there's not been much in it. There really hasn't. We've not had much on target. They've not had much on target. We've looked better today in a lot of ways. Like I really like Engles' contribution for what it's been worth. Negren, this is probably one of his worst attacking shifts. I think it was seen in the stats a moment ago. He's had a shot. I don't even remember it. There's a lot of 6-7 chat coming into the chat, I think, because of Daizen celebration today. But yeah, we are right around kind of 6-7. Yeah, great context, Paul Nisbet. No first choice keeper. The centre backs are Connor Allen's first choice. So is Henderson. I think there was some chat coming into, or maybe not Henderson, maybe there's somebody missing, but Connor Allen is first choice centre back. I think Henderson's played a lot this season. I think there was chat about Lissa is missing. He's played right back a bit. Connor Allen's definitely first. He's the best centre back they have. But yeah, backup keeper. We've played a few backup keepers. Calvin Miller with a corner. Defended to the edge of the box well enough. Alistair Johnson shuttling out to it. You can tell he just wants to smash somebody. Ball gets played round him. They've got a cross from the left-hand side here. Gets scooped in. Scales with the clearance header. Iheancho flicks it on from there, and it's full time. Buzz. Oh, good. 1 down, 4 to go indeed. Now, nobody else has played yet. I'm eager to peek the table, but I'm eager to peep the table. So this is how it sits right now. Goal difference wise, have we made some movement there with the +2? Maybe not. But I will point out to you. Now, we did a video, I don't want to spoil it, right? But I did a video on the channel the other day, a live stream, and it was predicting the split fixtures. I think I may have had this as a 3-1 on that video, by the way. So that'll be interesting. I'll maybe revisit that in the coming week. But we have scored more goals than Hearts. I know we scored 3 today, but even before the game today, we were on 59, they were on 58. Goal difference can be matched. We could match Hearts on goal difference, and our goals scored would come into it. So check the video out if you've not done so already. I like the game today overall. There was nerves at moments. It wasn't overly a nervous game. I don't think it was the result really in doubt at different points of the game. I'm not sure it was, but I think as Celtic fans, we were just quite aware that we cannot get ahead of ourselves at any point in the match. Statistically, man of the match. Emotionally, man of the match. And all, well, there's a bit of shock here. AJ's talking about something and he can't believe it. AJ, they're talking about the Green Brigade or something. They're pointing towards the corner. I don't know what's going on. We played well. This is the true ritual now, Quinny. You must live stream every match until the end of the season. I'm glad you. Thank you very much, Bobby. I'm glad you think so, mate. We'll definitely do the split. It's a mad commitment to do it, which is why I'm very few and far between for doing it. The time has flown in. I'm a mad smoker. I'm a chimney. Normally, couldn't imagine though watching a game without a halftime cig, but hanging out with you guys, it just flies. Honestly, it really does. Great game. Boys done us proud today. Tierney done us proud today. Maybe Forrest didn't quite get that new contract vibe bounce kind of thing. Tierney was a big hero. For Daizen Maeda in every way imaginable, man of the match today. Was without him, like, I don't know if we even get any of the chances that we got today. He won the ball back. He laid the ball on. He kept on running. I'm looking forward to doing the analysis because Daizen was peak today. Absolute peak. And let's hope we've got this guy for the next 4 games, 5 games for us, actually. He's going over to the Green Brigade. We're going to get a wee bit of cheer with the fans. I'll hang about for this as well. You'd be mad not to miss Maeda. You'd be mad not to miss Maeda. McGregor's going around clapping his support. He looks a bit sheepish. I don't think he's happy he gets subbed off, by the way. Not that he's like raging with the manager or anything, but maybe he's just a wee bit like, oh, I don't like this sitting on the bench stuff. Doesn't look too chuffed. But I don't think McGregor often looks too chuffed walking about the pitch after the game and whatnot. All the players having a good wee powwow with each other, but we get over to the corner of the Green Brigade. We're going to get any maybe that'd be nice. Daizen was never really a guy for that. Kyogo used to love that stuff, didn't he? But if Daizen just went and broke into it right now, I would be so all about it. Go on, Daizen, do it. You might not. Come on, pal. Go on. Do I get carried away? It's only 1 game. Fine. But those guys out in the stands, they're getting carried away. Get involved. Get up, stand up for the boys. Thanks to everyone who tuned in today, guys. I'm not sure there's really much else to do. If you're just catching this now, well, maybe I'll get this edited up into a wee highlight package or something. Maybe. Enjoy your night, guys. Celebrate well. Drink hearty. Or what's this speech? Eat hearty and da-da-da-da-da. From the 300, what's the speech? For tonight, we down in hell. We are one of those ones. It's a big night tonight. The sun is out. Celtic have 3 points. And right now, all those baddies are like, oh, Celtic play first and Celtic have got all the good fixtures. They're going to be stewing in that for like a whole day until tomorrow. So let's enjoy it. Let's lap it up. I'll try and get the breakdown out for tomorrow. I'll maybe even do I'll maybe try and get a highlights package thing out for this because no one's going to watch this back after we've been live. So thanks to everyone who supported, who tuned in live, who hit the like button. We smashed all of our goals for the stream today. I really appreciate it, everyone. Hail, hail. Arigato Daizen Sama, man of the match. Won the hoops. Thanks, everyone.